All right, you guys, as I was looking through the shop today, there is one specific tool that I can definitely say I feel like is underrated in a lot of perspectives that go so far beyond just the walls of the shop, right? So if you're someone that loves boating, if you like to do preparedness, tactical preparedness, if you want a bug out bag, if you tarp, if you like to boat, golf, if you do sports, right? This particular tool just gives you so many wide applications that honestly go well beyond just a DIY enthusiast, okay? And that is none other than a grommet kit. Now, before you guys click away, I want you guys to consider this. Grommets are all around you, whether you recognize it or not. Okay, if you look down, if you're wearing tennis shoes, more than likely you have grommets that are into your fabric where the shoelaces go through. If you're wearing a shop apron, right? Grommets are on shop aprons. Whether you have a boat cover, you have a tarp that you're using, there is just a wide variety of things that grommets are used for. Now, most people think that it's something that's precision put on, and that is probably true for a lot of manufacturers, but the reality is that you can utilize these things too. And I'll be honest, if you're ever in the field and you have your tarp go down or you have your back strap that breaks, I'll tell you what, this particular set has saved my bacon so many times. And I want you to consider that for you, you can actually pick up a set for about $15.99 or less. So let me show you what's in this particular system. One, we've got the cutter, right? And the one that I'm showing you right now is a 1/2-inch grommet set, okay? 1/2 inch representing the size of the actual grommet that you're using. You can buy a variety. You could go smaller, you could go bigger. But in my particular opinion, I believe that the 1/2 inch is one of the more practical ways of doing it. When you look at most tarps, things of that nature, those are 1/2 inch traditionally that are already in that. So let me just show you the tools that we use. So first, we've got a variety of things. We've actually got the grommet itself, we've got the cutter, and then we've got the base, and we've got just a piece of scrap wood as well as the anvil. I don't really know what they call this, but what I want to do is I want to show you just an application for it. I've got an old tarp here. That part of it wore off from being in the sun too long, but the other part was protected, and I actually need a thin strip of this. So if I want to kind of create my own, I'm going to cut an edge, and then I'm going to do this so that I can show you. Also, I'm going to be doing my backdrop. So some of you who have been following the channel, you know that I have a backdrop on my garage door, which helps me kind of hide it, if you will. I need to add a few grommets, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you how to do this. So if the marks matter to you as far as where they go, right, I've got mine already marked out. You can kind of see here I've got a little black dot on there. So what I'm going to start with, I'm going to start with my piece of wood underneath that. I'm going to then get my cutting tool. And let me grab a hammer. Now as you can see on this, this is the cutting tool, right? You can see here, this is the very sharp inner edge, and then of course all your punches come up and eventually extract themselves through this port. So I'm going to take that, put this right over that hole. Exact placement is not important. I'm going to line it up. I'm going to give it a, basically doing that. Notice where I punched out is now inside of the actual punch, and you can see here that I've got this hole that's established. I'm going to now take the grommet itself, right, and you can see this grommet. There's this part here with the top part, and I'm going to put this through this hole. Now, this is where the base comes in. You're going to take that and put that directly on top of that. Fits in that kind of perfect, if you will. And then I'm going to put it up through, just like that. And now you're going to take one of the washers, if you will, and I'm going to go right over top of that. Okay, now this is where I use that anvil or the punching, which has a little bit of a taper, as you can see, which is going to cause this top part to flare out and then eventually mushroom and bubble, and if you will, go over. So I'm going to hit this. Just like that. All right, guys, so having the ability to do your own fixes in the field is just instrumental. I can carry all of that in the matter of a small pouch. I could have it whether it's in your glove box or in just your backpack. I think it's essential to have. And again, keep this in mind. A grommet is not just a quick fix, but a lasting fix, whereas the alternative is nothing more than a quick fix that's probably going to tear out. So I'm going to have a link actually down below. You can click on that if you want to see a sample of the one, or go right to it, and then that way you can explore to see if you want a 1/4 inch set versus a 1/2 inch. Again, the one I'm using that you see on most tarps are going to be a 1/2 inch, so I encourage you to consider that if you're going to be doing more general purpose style stuff. But with that being said, guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you on the next one.